Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. I must say that I am really perplexed that everything that's come out with Brian Flores. I mean, I've always understood about the Rooney Rule and black coaches and things like that. You know that you don't get the premier job opportunities, and you have the least amount of leeway to go, and usually will be the fall guy. And that's always bothered me. But what bothers me more than anything else is hearing that the owner of the Miami Dolphins was going to pay $100,000 a game to throw the game. He's going to pay the coach an extra $100,000 to throw the game. I understand it was so that way they could get a better draft pick and maybe win down the road. But if you're talking about throwing a game, how different is it to say throw a game so we can get a better draft pick, or throw the game so we can make a couple extra $1 million? See, the genie's out of the bottle now for the NFL, where the NFL is now partnering up with casinos. Jerry Jones and the casino in Arkansas and things, gambling now, sports books and apps at games and stadiums. I've also often heard NFL fans that swear that the NFL is rigged like wrestling. If an owner can offer a coach an extra $100,000, thank goodness he didn't take it, at least. How far fetched is it for an owner or others to pay off the referees for gambling? Sometimes I wonder, and this is actually hitting me pretty hard. It's really hitting me hard because sometimes I sit here and I watch other teams play and see things that happen to us that we get called for like nobody's business, that other teams get away with. Could it be a stretch for NFL owners to kind of say, you know what? We don't like the Cowboys. We want to inflict as much pain as possible. Just kind of step onto the edge of the abyss. Just don't step over. Don't make it too obvious. You know what I'm saying? Is it possible? Because now we truly, because this could be the tip of the iceberg where, you know what, if I'm not getting, Brian Flores, now let's put it this way. Brian Flores is one of those ones that if I ain't getting my way, ain't nobody getting away with shit. I'm taking you mother humpers down with me. That's it, and that's exactly what he's doing. Owners play by a different rule than everybody else. We know as Robert Kraft and his situation that was down in Florida and everything else, how, even though there was videotape evidence and everything else of what was going on, that stuff didn't stick at all. It didn't stick at all. And, I can't say that it's a surprise that billionaires get away with things that I never would. Not that I'm trying to get away with them. But to hear that a team owner literally not only wanted to tank, but was going to pay him extra money to do that. I mean, we're talking 10 games and an extra $1 million. Am I crazy? Is it just one rogue owner? Or do we have to wonder now about every game? Because you know how many games that it seemed like there was always the right call at the right time to make the game more exciting, throw it into overtime to break our hearts. And when I think about the Cowboys that were covering the points like every time the first 8 weeks of the season, all of a sudden, shit kind of went downhill. And you started seeing more and more calls against the Cowboys that they weren't making on other teams. I don't know. I'm not accusing anybody. I'm just asking the question. Because it seems to be something's fishy here. Something is really wrong with what's going on with that one. The NFL, who came out, this suit came out at 12 o'clock. By 5 o'clock, the NFL said they investigated and there's no merit to the suit. Five hours? 5 hours. You took a year on Zeke Elliott, came out with about a 180-page book on everything on there. And you're telling me that an owner allegedly offered his coach $100,000 per game, and you've already investigated it and found nothing there? Seriously? Seriously? I'm sorry. If there's any proof that Brian has, and since Brian came out with the text messages from Bill Belichick, I don't think he's going to go ahead and make allegations that he can't back up. If there's proof of those allegations, the NFL has to make an example of Miami's owner to at least appear that the NFL is above board on what they do. Because now, you hear that an owner was going to pay his coach to lose games. And then got pissed off because he didn't. You do start to think that it's rigged. It's definitely not a good thing. Well, I guess we're no longer in Kansas anymore, are we? Wow. Well, tomorrow the Washington football team at least will get their new name, so there's that. Hope y'all having a great evening, and well, I'll see y'all later.